You made a promise to yourself. Maybe you made it as a child. Maybe you made it as a teenager watching something happen in your home that you swore, absolutely swore, you would never repeat. And yet, you hear her voice coming out of your mouth. You feel her fear living in your body. You watch yourself making the same choices, attracting the same people, falling into the same patterns. And the most terrifying part is not that it is happening. It is that for a long time, you did not even notice. What you are experiencing has a name. It is backed by decades of science, and it is not your fault, but it is your responsibility. And today, Sky is going to show you exactly what it is, where it came from, and most importantly, how you become the one who finally stops it. You love deeply, but you love people who are not available, who are emotionally distant, who need to be chased, who feel like a project. You are either the one who gives everything and receives very little, or you are the one who pulls away the moment someone gets too close. You worry constantly about things that have not happened, about people who have not asked for your worry. A low-level hum of anxiety that never fully goes away. You find it hard to ask for help, even when you are drowning, because somewhere inside you the message got written: figure it out yourself. Do not need too much. Do not be a burden. You repeat the same arguments in different relationships with different people, but somehow, always the same feeling at the end. You parent the way you were parented, even when you promised yourself you never would. The same words come out, the same reactions, the same silences. This is not weakness. This is not failure. This is generational trauma running exactly as designed, on autopilot, through your nervous system, through your relationships, through your life. In the 1990s, researchers began studying something that would change everything we understood about how trauma works. They were studying Holocaust survivors, and they noticed something extraordinary and heartbreaking. The children of survivors, who had never experienced the Holocaust directly, were showing the same stress responses. Then epigenetics gave them the answer. Epigenetics is the science of how our experiences, especially traumatic ones, can change how our genes express themselves. Not the genes themselves, but how they turn on and off. Your grandmother's trauma can live in your nervous system. Your mother's unresolved fear can become your baseline anxiety. The wounds that were never healed in the generation before you did not disappear. They were passed down, like an inheritance nobody asked for, in your stress responses, in your attachment patterns, in the beliefs you absorbed before you were old enough to question them. Messages like, do not trust people, feelings are weakness, you must be strong, love always comes with pain, you have to earn your place. You did not choose these beliefs, you absorbed them without filter, without defense. And now they are running your adult life, in your relationships, in how you parent, in how you love, in how you see yourself. But here is the part that changes everything. Research also shows that healing can be transmitted across generations, just as trauma can. Which means, every step you take toward healing does not just change your life. It changes the lives of every person who comes after you. You have a high tolerance for chaos. Drama does not just feel normal. It feels like love. Calm relationships feel boring, or suspicious, or like something is missing. You overfunction. You take responsibility for everyone around you. You manage other people's emotions. You fix. You rescue. You hold everyone together, while quietly falling apart yourself. You have difficulty identifying what you actually feel, because for generations, feelings were not talked about. They were managed, or suppressed, or expressed through anger because that was the only one that felt safe. You parent from fear, not consciously, but fear lives underneath so many of your parenting decisions. Fear that your child will suffer, fear that you will fail them, fear that the cycle will continue. Sometimes you are carrying your mother's fear, a wound that was never allowed to fully heal, passed quietly from one woman to the next, disguised as personality, disguised as normal. Sometimes you are carrying your mother's fear, a wound that was never allowed to fully heal, passed quietly from one woman to the next, disguised as personality, disguised as normal. This is the part that nobody talks about. Your mother, or the woman who raised you, was also somebody's daughter. She also absorbed beliefs before she could question them. She also learned patterns in an environment she did not choose. She also carried wounds that were handed to her long before she handed them to you. This is not about excusing what was painful. What hurt you, but healing generational trauma requires something powerful. It requires seeing the full picture, not just your chapter, but the chapters that came before. Because when you can see that your mother was also wounded, something shifts, and understanding is where the cycle finally begins to break. You are not just healing yourself, you are healing a lineage. You are the one who decided to look, to ask, to understand, to do things differently. That is not small. That is everything. Number 1. Name what you inherited. You cannot change what you cannot see. Start by getting honest about the beliefs you absorbed. Write them down. In my family, love meant. Number 2. Learn to pause before you react. Generational trauma lives in automatic reactions. The trigger happens, the body responds, before the mind has a chance to choose. The pause is everything, even 3 seconds, even a breath, a hand on your chest. And the question, is this my response or my mother's response? Is this my fear or an inherited fear? That question alone begins to create space. Number 3, regulate your nervous system. Generational trauma lives in the body, not just the mind, which means healing it requires the body. Slow breathing, grounding exercises, movement, cold water, anything that signals you are safe. Every time you regulate instead of react, you are building a new pattern. Number 4, talk about what was never talked about. Silence perpetuates trauma. Breaking the silence, in therapy, in safe relationships, is powerful. Number 5, decide consciously what you pass forward. You get to choose what the next generation inherits. What beliefs do I want my children to carry? What patterns do I want to end with me? What kind of love do I want to model? Every conscious choice you make today is writing a new chapter in a story that has been running for generations. You are the author now. I want to say something to the part of you that is tired. The part that has been trying so hard to be different. You are not failing. You are doing something nobody in your family has done. You are looking, really looking, at what was passed to you, at what you have been carrying, at what you want to keep and what you are ready to put down. That takes courage. Someone back, in a generation you will never meet, was hurt. You are the resolution. The women who come after you will be different because of what you are choosing to do right now. They will have access to safety, love without conditions, the freedom to feel fully, to live without the weight of wounds that were never theirs. That is your legacy, not the trauma, the healing. Drop a below if you felt something shift watching this. The full generational trauma healing guide is pinned, and follow Sky, because you deserve to feel less alone in all of this. Starting right now. Starting with you.